Okay, I been meaning to show you guys this book, and with a lot of the interest in Lake County diamonds, uh, in the video that I just recently posted, I thought that I would go ahead and show it to you. This is the expanded and revised edition by James R. Mitchell, and it's a really awesome book. And this was given to me by my parents a while back. They had gotten it from someone originally, and a copy of it, and it's awesome because he went to each one of these places and gives you a map inside here and step-for-step directions that are really easy to follow, and tells you all kinds of cool spots around California where you can go and find stuff. Now, the location I was at is not in here. That's a local, pretty local secret. So anyhow, let's see. Look up, see each one. I don't want to give away the book too much, but each one has a map on one side, all hand drawn, and then, details and directions. And let me see here. Here's all the sites in California, in Northern California. And yeah, it's just a great book. So this is out there. Let's see, there's the numbers and stuff to it. And $12.95. So if you live in California, it's an awesome chance to get a lot of really cool sites that I didn't know about otherwise. What I thought was cool is that the diamonds are in here, and it gives you a location to go hunt them. So there's a map in here, where if you buy this book, you can obviously get that map and 76 other maps. So hang on a second, I don't want to show you all the pages. I don't have permission to show off this book from the author as far as reading it to you. I'm just taking the liberty of recommending it. I'm hoping that's okay. So it's under Clear Lake, and there's a map to the place, and then a paragraph, and then the step-for-steps on it. And I'll go ahead and read you just the beginning lines of it. The hills and valleys south of Clear Lake offer some tiny mineralogical oddities, often referred to as Lake County diamonds. These glass-like quartz pebbles are unusual in that they do not show any crystal faces, and are generally water clear due to their hardness and near flawlessness. They have been prized by facetors for years. Most of them are small, generally measuring less than 1 inch in length, but the quality more than makes up for what is lacking in size. And then it goes on to describe them more. You'll have to get the book to read the rest. And yep, to the right of here is the map which he provides. And I'm sure that you can find this on Amazon. So, good luck. Okay, what's next? 10 years ago was the last time I saw my rock tumbler all in one piece. It is gone. I don't know what happened to everything. Children, family, all that kind of stuff. And got a new one sent to me, and it showed up like 15 days early. So with no further wait, let's just go ahead and unbox this and see what shows up. These are the old blue ones that you always see for sale in the rock shops and stuff. Same company has been making them forever now. It's 7 in the morning. We are on our way to work. So it's going to be a very quick little unveiling here. That's what we got. Loretown. So that is going to be one of our main workhorses. Hopefully eventually we'll have 10 of these running side by side in our industrial rock processing plant. But until then, what do we got? Okay, this must be the tumbler. We have our compounds, microalumina, silicon carbide grit, and more silicon carbide grit. But you can see the size is 600, 220, and 80. So imagine this is probably a super fine polisher and never used the plastic beads before. Never done that. They didn't have those last time that I was doing this. Question mark. Not sure. Maybe they figured out it helps things along. Let me get this out. General tumbling instructions. So tell us the procedure, but then as you go along, you end up finding which rocks go good together and don't mash each other up and stuff. So, just the usual, putting in, waiting, taking out, cleaning, putting back in with the next. Step 4 is looking like the microalumina polish and burnishing. Here you go, burnishing. Amount of powdered soap. Do not use liquid detergents or anything. Quantities, and that's it. Gotta love something so simple that the whole thing prints up on one sheet. Good work. It's a happy thing. And this is a double tumbler, so you can get a single. The price really wasn't that far apart, and what we can do is have one running with, at first I think we'll just start the double load, but later on when you're processing and you get organized, and you can have one that's roughing them out and one that's in the next state, and you just keep rotating forward. It's hard to make yourself keep the first one empty, but then if you do that, then you have a place for this to go. You put the next set in and they can chase each other through. Gotta do a little leapfrogging. Or I thought maybe this first run Ollie can fill one up and I'll fill one up, and we'll see how our rocks come out. So these are the barrels. These are their patented barrels that they have used for probably over 60 years. I'll have to look it up to be precise, but they're rubber barrels. That's a big deal because they're quiet. So if you get a plasticky one, it's okay, but you're going to want to have to put it out in your garage or something, because like a belt in the dryer, same thing. Rock against the inside of the plastic, so this makes it thump, thump, thump instead of clack, clack, clack. And yep, same as always, that unscrews. So if you got the lid, usually fits on there really tight so it doesn't leak. Let me get that off for you, like really tight, like it's gasketed in there. Here it is, the washer and everything holds it. I mean, it slips together, and so it's even rubber topped. And there's our little barrel. You see this holds about 5 pounds each probably. It's a good amount. You're talking little rocks. And of course there's 2 of them in the machine below. So it's happy days. We're gonna get our shine on. And that goes back in there. Make sure your little lip is good and sealed. I do know that. You want to kind of go around. I'll show you all this as we actually do some loads. Really doing an instructional, not really doing an instructional, just doing an opening up here. So we'll do like a baking show. That all gets put back together magically. And there's our other one. Go ahead and give you the shot. Loratone. So they didn't comp me on this or anything. I just know that they are a good company. Been around for a long time doing this. They advertise that you can leave these things just running and running for years, and I've seen it. So what do we have in here? Oh, it's like metal detectors. Advertisements. Lapidary machines. Yeah. I'm looking at those Cab Kings. They look pretty nice. So there it is. There's our plug. Machine runs. These roll and roll around. They're little rubber rollers. Spin the little tumblers, which have the rocks in there with the different grit, and that polishes it up for us. It's that simple. Real simple machine. Not much to go wrong. They've made the electrical motor as efficient as you can. And like I say, these things are known to just run and run and run in the corner. So the next part, we'll be putting a load in there. Okay, so me and Ollie are going to put our load of stones into the tumbler. It's going to be 7 to 10 days for each stage of this. There's 4 to 5 stages. These are the stones that she selected. So these are the before shots. We got citrines, a yellowish quartz. I'm not going to try and identify them. It's been a hard week of identifying stones for me. But these are going in. What each of those looks like. What do you think? Pretty exciting? Yeah? Okay. And then, yeah, I asked her. She didn't want to put in any more right now. So, she's going to see what happens to those rocks and see if she wants it to happen to the rest of her. She's kind of nervous about it. Here are some other stones that I'm putting in for their obvious looks and layers. So here's the before on them. Some of these are pretty cool, have some pretty fun layers for things hidden in them that I want to see turn translucent. Different jasper pieces that I have. All kinds of different stones that I've been finding. I'm choosing kind of a general size and shape. I'm aware that they could totally disintegrate on me, but they have really great plays of color in them. And here's some blue stuff that I found around here locally. It's just basically the same feel, but you can see it's more of a solid blue. Yeah, and then each of these are ones that you've seen in videos. When they're wet, they're actually way more incredible, and so that's part of what polishing these up is going to do for us. It's going to give us the luster and the shine of a wet stone. These I'm really excited about. These are a type of labradorite, which I believe is in the feldspar family, which is ultimately like all other things in the quartz family. These have a refraction inside of them. I think you can see it there, a schiller that shines back, and it's really hidden by the surface that's on here now. So instead of faceting them, we're going to try and get that out of there, reveal that, not get it out of there, by polishing them up. So these are sunstones found from Oregon. I found them. They're like moonstones, and these have oftentimes a kind of coppery pink schiller to them instead of the silver or blue that you would be familiar with in moonstone. But we will see what those turn into. This is the cleavage marks on one of them. To show you a close-up of their virtues. So, Oregon Sunstones, and then the Mystery Stone. Now this is probably the most important, and these, when they come out, will be in a giveaway for sure. There's 5 pieces of what was once one, and that'll just have to be a surprise. That's a surprise at the end, Stan says. So, with no further ado, Ollie, are you ready to do this? We have our lovely assistant here. This is really all that it is. I have taken this out of here. It has a tension tightener cap, which expands that slightly, and a little lip here that catches it. This is where our water, our rocks, and our grinding compound, the metal dust. You want to go ahead and get that out of there. It's pretty fantastic. So that is, I believe, like aluminum ground up. What's it say on the box? Carbide grit. So this is really hard stuff, and it's the roughest of all of them that we're going to put with it, because this will do the shaping. This will take all these rough edges that you see. Some of them don't have it so bad. They've been water polished, but others look like this. I'll take the sharp edges and round them down, and then the other ones will do the polishing. So we'll have to switch different powders, and that will be how it works. Each time it spins around and around and around with that powder in there, the hard little sand polishes them down. It's just like sandpaper or anything else until it's the super small little soft sand that we put in there. In the end, we'll put the shiny polish on it. So I read ahead. I did the instructions to keep this short. There's a real simple book. They have a table. What we have is the 33B, so it's 2 3-pound barrels. We're only going to fill 1 barrel tonight because, believe it or not, that's all we could find to gather up tonight. We have a lot of rocks, but they need to be broken down into smaller pieces and all of that. So we'll go ahead and start dumping those in there. That's how simple it is. Here, go ahead and help me. Just grab them. Dump them all in there. You want to put yours in there? That might be special to you. Into the hole. While she's finishing that, I will show you this. This is a piece of jasper that I did in a previous tumble load, over a decade ago. But I think it came out really cool, and I'm hoping that some of these will do the same. Okay, yeah. Look how some of those things turn out. Okay, so shake that up so the secret stones aren't on the top there. Now, what you want to do is put 4 level teaspoons in, because that's what the chart said to do with a 3-pound barrel. 1. Show us a spoonful before you put it in. It's really pretty. That seems magical. Okay.
Looks even cooler without the camera thing. 3.
You're doing a great job. And then we're going to fill it up to where the water is just over the top of the rocks. I'm trying to flatten them out so that's easy to judge. And I'll put you in charge of that. So the rocks are in there. I can't show you because the secret rock is there. But we'll begin the lid process. The most important part is to make sure that there's no dirt or grit anywhere on the edge of that. So I'll be right where we are. We've cleaned both what we're inserting it into and what we are inserting. You see it snaps down like that, and this has just the littlest bit of tight. I like to do that so I know that they're sitting there and it didn't get twisted at all. You want it good and flat. And then this, and you'll be able to do this on your own next time. You're going to have to check this every day just to see how the progress is going. So there, make sure that that's down there. And that and the other piece are going to squeeze together when we put that and that on there. Tighten that. Here's the instructions. And just going to tighten this down to about finger tight. Don't want to strip anything or break anything, so I didn't give the He-Man. I just did finger tight, fingers extended. You know, feels like they're going to slip after that. So that's where you check after the first day. See if there is any water. If there is, you just clean it all up again, redo that little process and make sure you got your seal on there better. But so far so good. Can you hear that? that's the beginning of tumbling. We're literally going to go set this on the machine and plug it in. That's all there is to it. And that's why I love lower tone, is because the sound is all quiet. So, there's the book. Excuse me, there's the book. We'll be real careful with our aluminum powder, so you don't want to get any metal that you don't have to around in places where it shouldn't be. So, we will see you at some future point. I'm not going to show you the day-to-day updates. It doesn't change much. Maybe if it changes drastically, we'll show you the every 7 to 10 days switchovers. And yeah, and then the final products. So thanks for watching. We will see you at the next little adventure on the quest for details.